facing some societal challenges in our Europe of today. We are actually in the age of the old. And some wonderful statistics provided by Peter Peterson says that perhaps of all the people who have ever lived on this planet and have reached the age of 65 years, 2/3 of them are on this planet now. It's an incredible achievement by mankind, and we should celebrate it and acknowledge how much we owe to clinicians, scientists, pharmaceutical companies that have helped us achieve this. In my city of London, a century ago, a man's expectation of life was just 42 years. Today, it's over 78. For women, it is over 80. And for a little girl born in Tokyo, she has a 50-50 chance of reaching 100 years of age. It is a phenomenal achievement. But like lots of achievements in life, it brings with it challenges. The fact is that the longer we live, the more brain diseases we will have. Challenging illnesses like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. And if they're managed badly, they cause terrible distress to the families. And if they're managed badly, they waste a great deal of resources that none of our health systems can afford anymore. But there's also something else going on, and that is the role of women. Last century, there were terrible wars in Europe. Millions and millions of men died, and the women had not enough men to marry. And those aunts, those cousins, those unmarried women were part of a family structure. And when people were taken ill, they were there to care for them, and that care was freely, lovingly given. Today, we have a falling birth rate right across Europe. We have wonderful career opportunities for women, and the family structure has totally changed. There's no evidence whatsoever to say women care less for their families, but the family structure is very, very different. And this produces challenges for taking care of the elderly frail of our populations. Also, I mentioned that the birth rate was falling. There is infertility within our nations, and it is an economic guideline that you need 6 hard-working people paying their taxes to sustain one elderly person's life and pension. Already in the United Kingdom, we've dropped to 3.6, whereas in Germany and Italy, they're already down to just 3 people. And this puts a great strain on the nation and the taxes and the pensions. Also, the longer we live, it is a fact that we acquire more diseases. And for any of you young people listening, I have to tell you that once you're over the age of 65, you've at least 3 diseases moving on you. And that means polypharmacy, more medicines. What are those interactions? Always remember what Rosenberg said. Good health is simply an incomplete diagnosis. And then, of course, we've got migration across Europe, the like of which we have never known before. Millions of people moving across Europe. And when they arrive in the countries that they decide to stay, they have to accept the health system that is on offer to them. And it may not suit their language, it may not suit their culture, and again there will be more waste of resources and sometimes cause of distress. And then, of course, the time with our doctors. Across Europe, the average is now just 12 minutes. And you can imagine how difficult it is to get a really meaningful dialogue between the doctor and the patient if you've got a lot of things to talk about and only 12 minutes to do this in. So these are some of the challenges that we face, and we have got to simply find those solutions. Those solutions will come by working together, sharing the challenges we face in our day-to-day work, and finding other people to help with solutions.